He'd be back in D.C. I was thinking, man, this is an election year. I'm going to ask you, you're a white guy, do you know who you're voting for yet? Don't know, do you? Now, you see that? You see what just happened here? Let me tell you something. That is a cultural thing. He knows who he's going to vote for. He's just not going to tell me. See, I've noticed that. That is a cultural thing. White people do not like to talk about their political affiliations. It's a secret. You ever ask a white guy who's voting for you? Hey, Bob, who are you going to vote for? Dave, whoa. Take it easy now. Take it easy. So anyway, I was fucking my wife in her ass, right? And I mean, it was something else. Yeah, but who are you voting for? Dave, come on with the voting. I'm trying to tell you about fucking my wife here. Asking me all these personal questions.
Like both Mitt Romney and Barack Obama, I, Justin Young, have been barnstorming across this great nation. I've seen Ohio. I've seen Florida. I've seen the only states that will decide who our next president is, despite the fact that an entire nation votes on it because we have an archaic system that relies on ridiculous barnstorming on various different incredibly small locales that have incredibly trivial and irrelevant interests to the rest of the nation. Yes, friends, we've come to the long and arduous end of what is our greatest, our most amazing, ridiculous tradition in this fantastic American experiment that is a federal presidential election. My name is Justin Robert Young. This is JuRY Sunday because I couldn't do it Saturday, so it's JuRY Sunday. In fact, I think we should just start calling it JuRY. I've moved the fucking show to every goddamn day of the fucking week, so how about I just do a live stream a week? I do it when I can, and I'll make it a podcast, and we'll just call it JuRY. That is my promise to you as a candidate for live stream podcast host. Bank on it. That would be a really weird political bank on it. Now, I've said before, and this is something that, I mean, for anybody who's just now tuning in to watch these live streams, the horse race of politics is one of my absolute delights in life. I love watching it, and it never fails to be amazing, and more amazing than the previous years or previous cycles election. Every year, it's amazing. It's, and this one started off not great. And to be honest, I do think it's because there reasonably are two decent people running. I do believe that as people, and I know that that is not a nice thing to say now before Election Day. It will be a far better thing to say after Election Day, because then everybody, the fervor will have died down because somebody will be able to say, well, I won, so get over it. But now, I do believe that there are two people that genuinely, aren't awful as people. Now, you can think their policies are terrible and they're going to run the fucking country and neigh the world into the ground, and that's what the election's about. But I think as people, and that seeps into the campaigning. We haven't seen a ton of super crazy personal shit, which I thought we were totally going to see. I thought we were going to get the Mormon card played way more than we wound up getting it. I thought we were going to get every fucking weird thing about how weird fucking the Mormon religion is, or people find it. I thought we were going to get that played in a major way. And we kind of did, but so really, you can say this, no matter what, no matter who wins, the Mormon Church is a winner. File them under W for winners. Because what they didn't want to happen is for Mitt Romney to lose this election based on the fact that he was Mormon. That sets the Mormon Church back 25 years. That's a huge loss. You now, de facto, have the best possible situation for the Mormon Church, which is a very energized evangelical base supporting a Mormon candidate. This puts them into the fold. This now ostracizes people who talk about Mormonism being a cult. That puts them further on the outside, puts the Mormon Church, the LDS Church, further on the inside. Huge win for the Mormon Church, no matter what. Now, here we go. And this is the beautiful part of politics, because I said that they were both not terrible people, and I do believe that they're both not terrible people. But the beautiful part about this moment, my friends, what this moment represents is everybody. This is fucking Braveheart, right? This is, you got the load on your face, you're in a kilt, and you're getting, all pumped up by Mel Gibson. And so Rabbit Badger, Romney is a terrible person, a smug, lying, homophobe, dog torturer. Sure, that's fine. That's that's what now is about. Now is about throwing all that stuff, out there. I do think, though, that at the end of the day, especially if Romney loses, you're going to see a lot more people on the liberal side, on the Democratic side, think just better about him than they did the day before, because he will not be a threat. People don't like him now because, crap. I crapped out? Really? Oh, there we go. Back. I don't know about that one. That was Crazy Pants McGirt. So, this is what we hate the other person in general because they could beat our person. And that's the biggest thing we don't like about them. Romney walks down the street on November 8th and he can't take out your guy for president. Then what? He's just a dude. And we will not feel the need to go out and defame him in the same way that people, if Barack Obama loses, all of a sudden he will become less of an issue. Zombie Jesus says the conservatives will hang Romney out to dry if he loses. Certainly so. And they were doing it. They were doing it before. They were doing it before the Denver debate. About the fact that he was fucking up this big chance to win, and a lot of the reason why he won the the Republican nominee here, he became the Republican nominee, was because he could beat Obama. Let's get into what's going down today, however. John Brown, JTV, in the chat room, says, Justin, who are you voting for? And then Stacy B says, JuRY will never answer that. Right? Well, my friends, I bring to you an answer to both of those questions, which is what we are going to be doing all day today. I am going to go through my entire absentee ballot. I'm going to tell you who I am voting, because unlike Bob in the Dave Chappelle thing that I played before, I will tell you who I'm voting, probably because I'm only nominally white. Or am I? I'm going to talk about everything. It's not just going to be looking at a fucking Scantron and going through all this. I'm not just going to do it in silence. I'm going to talk about it. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to joke. It's going to be hilarious. So here we go. I'm going to start with the shitty things, and then we'll end. The big finale of this will be the presidential thing, because that's obviously what we've all talked a lot about. However, I will definitely say that the things, and Tom Merritt was talking about this, the things that matter the most to you are these local things. These are legit fucking issues that you really do need to pay attention to. Now, I have not paid attention to any of these things, and this is an absentee ballot in full. In full, to let you guys know where I'm coming from. I am voting in Broward County because I've still not completely moved everything out to California. So I'm in the process of doing that. Until I register there, I won't vote there. I'm going to vote in Florida because that matters. All right, now. Here we go. All right, you guys are going to help me here, by the way. Constitutional Amendment 12. Proposing an amendment to the state constitution to replace the president of the Florida Student Association with the chair of the Council of the State University Student Body Presidents as the student member of the Board of Governors of the state university system that requires that the Board of Governors organize such Council of State University Student Body Presidents. You want to know what? I'm going to go with you guys. What do you say? Yes or no? Yes or no? Bless it. In fact, you want to know what? There we go. Yes. Yes. Filling it in. Boom. How about this one? Additional homestead exemption. You want to know what? I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to go ahead. Additional homestead exemption. Low-income seniors who maintain long-term residency on property equal to assessed value. No. I see no on that one. You know what? Screw you, seniors. In your mouth. How about this one? Constitutional amendment. Tangible personal property tax exemption. Okay, go ahead and give me an accent, and I'll read this one in the accent. Somebody go ahead and give me an accent here. French. Okay. Proposing an amendment to the state constitution to provide an exemption for ad valorem taxes levied by counties, municipalities, school districts, and other local government on tangible personal property if the assessed value of an owner's tangible personal property is greater than $25,000 but less than $50,000. This new exemption, if approved by the voters, will take effect on January 1st, 2013 and apply to the 2013 tax roll and subsequent tax rolls. So there we go. I have no idea what that means. I'm just going to look for the first one here. Yes or no? Yes or no? Stacy B23 says, I have no idea what he said. Neither do I. I don't know what I said. I don't know if we're voting on pot in Florida this year, Beef Viper. Look at whoever says yes or no. I'm just looking for a yes or no right there. Just a yes. I want one person to write yes. Okay. There we go. Stacy B just voted for me. And there we go. We're done with the first page. Done with that. Let's go ahead and get... No, this is the good one. Yeah, keep that good one. All right. Looks like we got... Oh, fuck me. God damn it. This one's fucking long. Oh, God. All right. Proposing a revision. All right. What, give me an accent on this one. I don't know. This one's long. All right. Max Trollbot? We'll do Max Trollbot. State courts proposing a revision of Article 5 of the state constitution relating to the judiciary. A state Constitution authorizes the Supreme Court to adopt rules for practice and procedure of all courts. The Constitution further provides that a rule may be repeated as a general law enacted by a two-thirds vote of the membership of each house of the legislature. The proposed constitutional revision eliminates the requirement that a general law repeating a court rule passed by two-thirds of each vote, therefore providing that the legislature must repeal a rule of a court and general law approved by a majority vote for each house of the legislature that accepts the policy behind the repeal. The court could re-adopt the rule in conformity with the public polls expressed by the legislature, but the legislature determines that a rule has been adopted and repeals the current rule. The proposed revision prohibits the court from further repeating the repeated rule without the legislative prior approval. Under current law, rules in the judicial nominating procedures of the Judicial Qualifications Committee may be repeated as general law enacted by a majority vote of the membership in each house of the legislature. Under the proposed revision, a vote repeal that these rules be changed to repeal the general law enacted by a majority vote of the legislators present. Under current law, the governor appoints the justices of the Supreme Court to list a nominee provided by the Judicial Nominating Committee, and appointments of the governor are not subject to confirmation. This revision requires the confirmation of a justice to the Supreme Court before the appointee can take office. If a Senate does not confirm this appointment, the Judicial Nominating Commission may reconvene and not renominate a person whose prior appointment to fill the same vacancy was not confirmed by the Senate. For the purpose of this confirmation, the Senate renominated a person whose prior appointment to fill the vacancy was not confirmed by the Senate. For the purpose of this confirmation, they may meet at any time. If the Senate fails to vote, the appointment of the justice of the nominated justice will be deemed confirmed and will take office. So, I could read it in Spanish. All right. Yeah, this one looks like it's basically you need to send a Supreme Court nominee to the Senate, to the state Senate before, I'm with I'm with you guys. I'm gonna say no on this one. I vote for the governor of Woodbury. That's who I vote for. All right. Moving right along. Moving right along. All right. We got some ones that aren't as goddamn long as this one. Okay. Constitutional Amendment number 3. Olaf accent. Olaf accent. Here we go. We're going with, of course, your friend and mine, Olaf. This proposed amendment. Man, I can't. Anything. All right, what's the Olaf accent? I got to get into the Olaf accent. My name is Olaf. Yeah, it's the Pravda thing. I can't even remember my own fucking accent. My name is Olaf, and I know he did a lot of the meh, bouncing the balls, and like he did like that kind of thing. I can't remember. Give me a line to say as Olaf. Maybe I can get into Olaf. I can do Postini. Just Postini is similar. So here's Postini. Meh. This proposed amendment to the state constitution replaces the existing state revenue limitation based on Florida personal income growth and a new state revenue limitation based on inflation and population changes. Under the amendment, in state revenues, as defined by the amendment, collected in excess of the revenue limitation must be deposited into the Budget Stabilization Fund until the fund reaches its maximum balance and therefore shall be used for the support of maintenance of public schools by reducing the minimum financial effect required from school districts in participation of a state-funded finance program, or if the minimum financial effort is no longer required, return to taxpayers. The legislature may increase the state revenue limitation through bill approved by supermajority vote of each house of the legislature. The legislature may also submit a proposed increase to the state revenue limitation for voters. The legislature must implement this proposed amendment by general law. The amendment will take place upon approval by the electors and first apply 2015 state fiscal year. Postini, I am dying. Find another love. Find male route. Oh. All right. Yeah, Postini's dying. Is the sun is setting on his life. Okay, so I don't know, guys. I'm usually kind of into this one. I'd rather that the money go into a thing, so they're not just spending money. They save it for a rainy day. So I kind of want to vote yes on this one. What do you guys say? Call me DJM says no. But I'll give it the next three. The next three yes or no's will depend. Okay, so that's a yes. I heard schools, so yes, which is probably why they wrote schools in there. Because people would say, I vote for schools. All right. Here we go. Veterans disabled due to combat injury, homestead property tax discount. Let's go ahead and just read this one straight. Proposing an amendment to the Section 6 of Article 7 and the creation of the Section 32 of Article 12 of the state constitution to expand the availability of property discount on the homesteads of veterans who become disabled as a result of a combat injury, to include those who were not Florida residents when they entered the military, and schedule the amendment to take effect January 1st, 23. See, the only thing that I don't know about is they have that part about people who weren't Florida residents when they entered the military. But you want to know what? I say yes for vets. Let's go ahead and vote yes for veterans, which I believe brings us to the main event, the main room. Here we go, folks. This is for all the marbles. We have one more constitutional amendment. And then we get into all the personal votes. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so here we go. Healthcare Services proposing an amendment to the state constitution to prohibit laws or rules from compelling any person or employer to obtain, purchase, or otherwise provide healthcare coverage, permit a person or an employer to purchase lawful healthcare services directly from a healthcare provider. Is this... So wait, hold on. Is this one like an anti-Obamacare thing? All right, well, here, let me read the rest. Okay, permit a healthcare provider to accept a direct payment from a person or an employer for lawful healthcare services, exempt persons, employers, and healthcare providers from penalties and taxes for paying directly to and accepting direct payment for lawful healthcare services, and prohibit laws or rules from abolishing the private market for healthcare coverage or any lawful healthcare service. Specifies that the amendment does not affect which healthcare service a healthcare provider is required to perform or provide, affect which healthcare services are permitted by law, prohibit care provided by pursuant to general law. Okay, this is all just crazy pants. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that this is a anti-Obamacare thing, in that it's saying that on a state level, you should still be able to buy your own health insurance, because it has the thing about not allowing things to destroy the private market for health insurance, which I think it's more. I should have Ira Sockman be reading all of this. But I think, isn't the point of Obamacare that you are allowed to keep your own health insurance? So there shouldn't be any problem with that unless Obamacare does not let you keep. Yeah, it has no effect. I'm actually going to vote yes on this one. I'm voting yes. If even just for the fact that I don't live in the state anymore after this vote. All right. Let's go ahead and get into... We're going to be deciding people's lives here. All right? This is local. We're getting down and dirty, nitty-gritty into Broward County politics. Let's get all up into this bitch. How about this one? Broward Soil and Water Conservation District Seat 5. No party affiliations are written here. Noreen S. Abrams or Wayne Arnold? So here we go. We're looking at Noreen S. Abrams or Wayne Arnold. We're voting totally on names here, people. So what do you say, Noreen or Wayne? You on Team Noreen or Team or Team Wayne? The lady. All right, so that would be Noreen. Noreen, 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 Noreen. Noreen, why don't you be my Broward Soil and Water Conservation District Seat 5 representative? Noreen, 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 Noreen. Cow eat you. I don't want dudes around my water. All right. Broward Soil and Water Conservation District Seat 3. Richard Lays or Terry W. Snipes? So we are looking again. We have how many? 2. This is the final Broward Soil and Water Conservation District seat. We are voting for Richard Lays or Terry Snipes. Now, Monkey Stick says all Waynes are douchebags. We don't know that. Wayne seems like he's a pretty good guy. It's Lays versus Snipes. I do want to point out that it's Lays, L-E-Y-S. That's the Lays we're talking about. We don't know whether Terry is a man or a woman. All right, guys. The next name is what I'm going to pick. Terry or Richard. Snipes. There we go. Voting for Snipes. How about Schoolbird at Large? Bird. Schoolbird? Put a bird on it. Put a schoolbird on it. I like to learn to eat. School Board at Large, Seat 9. Robin Bartleman or Barbara Houston Wilson? Man, that's a mouthful. Ooh, we got some great names coming up, guys. I'm not even fucking with you. There are some awesome fucking names. We are in the big leagues when it comes to names. All right, Robin Bartleman or Barbara Houston Wilson? They're at large. Barbara Houston Wilson is just an amazing... And you want to know what? Yeah, I'm for 3-name solidarity. If you got 3 names, I'm voting for you. And that's a fucking promise. That's a Justin Robert Young fucking promise. Boom. I'm into it. All right, here we go. So, and you're going to see me right now. School Board at Large, seat 8. Donna Pilger Korn. And that's corn spelt like the band, not the food. Or Franklin Sands. I'm going to go with Donna. Boom. All right. How about School Board Member District 4? We are looking... Oh, man. Both of them have 3 names. Both of them have 3 names. Is it Abby Merle Friedman or Rochelle Shelley Solomon? Now, here's where I would ask you guys. There's 3 names on this ballot, but she put her nickname in the middle. Like, is that fucking cheating? Because I kind of feel like it's cheating. Because if it's really your fucking nickname, then it should be your name. You shouldn't be Rochelle Shelley Solomon. It should just be Shelley Solomon. Or else who the fuck is really calling you Shelley? I want to get to the bottom of this. This is bullshit. And to get back to Donna, I hope she plays Freak on a Leash when she wins on Tuesday. She's pandering to the 3-name solidarity, which is why Abby Merle Friedman getting my vote. Abby Merle Friedman. Yeah, okay, like Mitt. Mitt at least uses his name. It's not like whatever his real name is, Mitt Romney. He just is called Mitt Romney. His real name is Mittens. I don't know. Is it Mittens? I don't think it's Mittens. Willard. Yeah, it's Willard Mitt Romney. Hello, my name is Mittens. Mitt for short. All right. County Court Judge, Group 10. Is it Roshan Banks or Robert F. Bob Diaz? This motherfucker tries to go 4 names. 3 names and a letter. Although I kind of feel like this would be a really good boxing match. Ladies and gentlemen, undefeated Roshan Banks and the challenger, Robert F. Bob Diaz. What's I am says Banks. Go where the money's at. All right. I think I'm going to go with Bob. Although Roshan Banks seems like have a mean left hook. All right, County Court Judge Group 5. Olga Levine or Robert Bob Nichols? I mean, what the fuck, guys? What's with this bullshit? Because, do they do that for Mitt Romney? No. Mitt Romney didn't do it. And he's got a fucking nickname for a first name. He's not Willard Mitt Romney. Not enough Olgas in power. I'm down with that. Let's put Olga. Congratulations, Olga. We're on the first page. All right, Circuit Court. Circuit 17, Group 45. Julio E. Gonzalez Jr. or Laura Marie Watson? Elementary, my dear Watson. I'm going to kick Julio E. Gonzalez Jr.'s asshole inside out. That would be what I would suggest her campaign be. That's probably why I'm not a campaign manager. Don't be racist. Vote for the Hispanic. B. Viper says the white chick. This has gotten really racial really fast. Uh, don't be sexist. Vote for the chick. When in doubt, don't go racist. Meeks Mix Media says, what are their positions on abortion and marriage? Or gay marriage? I don't know. And I'm not going to look. I'm here with you guys. I mean, like, this is the time I took that I would normally research my opinions and vote on them. I'm not. I'm with you instead. I'm making jokes about kicking people's assholes inside out. So here we go. All right, am I a sexist or a racist? Probably more sexist. Julio E. Gonzalez Jr., congratulations. All right, so this is... these are judges. These are just yes or no. Yes or no. Shall Judge Carol E. Taylor of the 4th District Court of Appeal be retained for office? What do y'all think about Carol Taylor? Good job. Yeah, Carol Taylor looks great. You look great, Carol. All right, how about 4th District Court of Appeal? Shall Judge Burton C. Connor of the 4th District Court of Appeal be retained for office? What do y'all think about Burton C. Connor? I see a yes. I see a no. Fuck that guy, says Beef Viper. Me Too also says the deadline for absentee voting was yesterday. No, it's not. In Florida, you just need to get it to the polling place by 7 p.m. on Election Day. Yeah, I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say yeah. Burton, you're awesome. Shall Justice Peggy A. Quince of the Supreme Court be retained for office? Yeah, you want to know what? We're just going to rapid fire on this one. Peggy Quince, I'm going to say yeah because I like Mad Men. Barbara J. Badinte, I'm going to say yes because I don't know how to pronounce your name and I feel bad about it. And R. Fred Lewis. This is Justice of the Supreme Court. Does R. Fred Lewis I don't know. I think R. Fred Lewis. Okay, Lazy Dog says our Fred Lewis is our Fred Lewis. I like that. You just swayed me. Lazy Dog. Okay, Lazy Dog just got Fred Lewis elected because I just like. Hi, I'm Justin Robert Young, Florida voter and internet personality. I just want to let you know that our Fred Lewis is our Fred Lewis. Okay. County Commissioner Robert W. Sutton or Stacy Ritter. And now we get to the party affiliations. Stacy Ritter is a Democrat. Robert W. Sutton is a Republican. We will now go to the research just so I can see where District 3, Broward County District 3. Okay, so this is Coral Springs, North Lauderdale, Parkland, and Tamarack here in District 3. I'm going to go ahead and go with, because I do believe that the majority of that area is Democrat, so I'm gonna vote there. All right, we have Sheriff Al Lamberti, who I believe is the incumbent, and Scott J. Israel. Hava Nagila Hava running for sheriff in Broward County. Hey! That's probably racist. If it weren't for the fact that I'm probably Jewish. I can't write in Rick Grimes. You want to know what? I'll tell you, Broward County Sheriff's. I'm going to stick with the guy who's there. I think Broward County Sheriff, by and large, all right. Although NSFW Ben says a vote against the Jew is a vote for the Holocaust. Oh, God damn it. Well, all right. I guess I'm going to have to live with that one. Clerk of the Circuit Court, the Democrat Howard C. Foreman, or write-in. We have a write-in opportunity, guys. What do you guys think? Oh, hold on. I'm doing a live stream on the internet. People are watching me on the internet. You want to talk to them? These are my friends on the internet. Come on, sit up on the chair. This is my little brother, Ronnie. Ronnie, talking to the microphone. Say hi.
Hi.
Everybody is watching. See, we have 66 people that are watching right now. And I'm filling out. I'm voting. I'm gonna vote right now. So I'm gonna say Howard C. Foreman. All right, I'm gonna finish this up. All right, and then I'll come out. Okay?
Do you have a Band-Aid?
A Band-Aid? I don't know. This is Eric's house, so you have to find him. Yeah, he's not here yet. He is out.
Working?
Yeah, working, but he'll be back any second now. Oops, sorry.
Hi.
Hey, Stephanie.
How are you?
I am good.
Oh my God, you are the man who's like you are in the other side.
No. Oh, come here, both of you.
Hey.
How are you doing? Yeah, Eric is on his way back now. Did he call you? No, he texted me. But go into Eric's bathroom. Eric's bathroom should have the Band-Aids. All right, guys. We're gonna go through these fairly quicker. Awesome big brother, terrible voter. That's fine. State Representative James Gleason, Jared Moskowitz. That sounds like Mouskowitz, which reminds me of American Tail. Fievel is my hero. Somewhere out there, Jared Moskowitz will be our state representative. State Senator Christopher Chris Smithmeyer or Christopher Chris Smith. Fuck you, really? Dude, look at that. That's like a real thing. Christopher Chris Smithmeyer and Christopher Chris Smith. Chris Smithmeyer versus Chris Smith. I'll tell you what, that Meyer, bullshit right there. State Attorney Jim Lewis, Mike Sands. I'm going to go with Jim Lewis. Representative in Congress, Alcee Hastings versus Randall Terry. That's a no-party affiliation. I'm going to go ahead with the person who was able to get a nomination for his party. United States Senator Connie Mack, Bill Nelson, Bill Gaylor, Chris Borgia. I'm going to go with Connie Mack. He's been there for a while. And here we go. All right. Here we go. There's only one thing remaining on here, and that is for the President of the United States of America. Now, I talked to you guys a lot about politics. And I very much, I don't pretend to be like, Oracle at Delphi. I'm very much, just a person who, I don't know. I care about what I care about, and I think that's kind of what everybody else does. So, it would be very easy for me. Let me just say this. It would be very, 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 very easy for me to punt and vote for a third party. Because number one, I could be making a big stand about how everybody's, like everybody's all fucked up, yada, yada, yada. And I wouldn't offend a whole lot of people. If I pick Romney or I pick Obama, I'm going to offend people because this is, again, like we mentioned before, the time to be offended. I recently had a lot of my decision for who I'm going to vote for president filled in by Bob Woodward's book, The Price of Politics. It's a great book. Bob Woodward, of course, a fastidious researcher, good writer. I was left struck by a particular element, which is that I kind of felt that throughout everything, that this is, and the price of politics is basically about the debt ceiling thing. And it shows you just how entrenched the congressional Republicans were in that particular instance, and how basically unable to get what they wanted, the Democrats were. I kind of felt like Barack Obama treated the presidency like a very important congressional committee. That he was the head of the table, no doubt, but it wasn't him dictating things. There was a lot of him calling meetings and telling other people to figure everything out, and then we'll go forward from there. So with all that being said, this is Ron. Ron, you want to come in, say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Go on, come say hi. The internet.
I don't want to show my face on the internet. People are looking for me.
No one's looking for you on the internet. This is my stepfather, Ron, behind me. All right, we're talking about politics. You want to talk about politics?
No, don't get me started on that.
You want to talk about politics on the internet?
How long you
I'll be done in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I tended to find that was a problem with me personally, because I don't think that in the next 4 years that a lame dunk president gets more cooperation from people, because especially if he's unpopular, which if you look at what is wait, the internet dropped off? No. God damn it. Back up. Okay, good. Well, call me DJM. And this is not me. This is Bob Woodward. Bob Woodward says, that there are presidents, most notably, Reagan and Bill Clinton, that that would not have had that go the way that it did. And I don't think that it's going to happen more so in a second term, because historically a second term, you really only get 2 years. And then people just sort of dismiss you, even people in your own party. And that's not a political thing. So, Rob Badger says, you're going to blame the president for an obstructionist Republican House. Listen, there have been no more obstructionist houses than when Newt Gingrich came to office and Bill Clinton worked with him. There have been no greater political gain than when a unpopular George W. Bush was trying to put stuff through that the Democrats still wound up working with him, and he wound up still working with Democrats despite the fact that they could have completely put the knife to his throat. It's about making the deal. It's about being able to make the deal. And do I think that Mitt Romney is the perfect candidate? No, I don't. There's a lot of things that I don't like about him. But Zombie Jesus, most presidents have an aggressive second term? No, they don't. I mean, like, they can, in their heads, be more aggressive, but they don't get the votes. You know, unless they're super popular and they can go out and campaign for candidates, they just don't have the sway. And so what they can get done is less. So if you think that Obama couldn't conquer the obstructionist Republican House in the first term, why would you think that he could do it in the second term? And when we have a lot of not only the same issues fiscally, but, you know, more pressing issues. So it is with that I'm putting my nuts on the table, and I'm going to vote for Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. This is probably the worst decision I've ever made in my life, to do this publicly and not just pretend to pander to everybody and pretend that I'm just a neutral third party or that I agree with everybody. But that's my vote. And I owe it to you guys to not bullshit you and not not pretend that I'm doing this, especially if I want to be honest. So there we go. That's the big voting thing. I'm going to go hang with my family now. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for for watching. And also, listen, let me just say this. If you care about this election, go vote. If you don't care about this election, don't vote. Seriously, don't. If you don't care and like I did this, I voted for all the local things, it was funny. And if you think it's funny, then vote. Vote because it's funny. Have a reason. That's what I want you guys to do. Because if you don't give a shit and you don't vote, you're cool with me. Because you made my vote matter that much more. And that's exciting to me, and that's exciting to everybody else who voted. So there we go. Well, we were on the Twit election coverage. And there we go. That is about it for me today. I love you guys. And, man, do I already regret filling out a ballot live on the internet. This was a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. This is the reason why I will no longer have a career on the internet. This is awesome. See you guys later. Until next week, when we will have a resolution to this gigantic year-long cock grab. Don't die.